Alright, Isaac. Don't worry, Gina. Here's a tutorial. So, there's basically three parts: chorus, verse, bridge. The chords are pretty easy, except for there's a diminished chord which looks like this. See that? The diminished chord is really cool. I'll make a video about diminished chords in general. But so the intro is the chorus: G major, D major. The diminished, I just slide that up. E minor, D major, G major, D major, diminished, E minor, A minor 7, G over B. I just G chord with where I'm grabbing it with the B in the bass. C basically, right? But I'm grabbing the open strings. D 7-ish to an E minor, and that's the transition to get to the verse from the chorus. So here's the chorus. Don't worry, Gina, I'm through with Ohio. I'm moving back to Chicago, and I ought to be home tomorrow. And that gets us to the verse. The verse is E minor, D major bar, C major bar, B major, that diminished again, and then it's the same chords again, but I do them here. So that's also E minor if I pluck the top 4 strings. D major, C major, B bar, D sharp fully diminished 7. Is it D sharp? Yeah, D sharp fully diminished 7. To the, you hear how nicely that diminished wants to go to E minor or G major. So it's this passing chord that I can use to get between G major and E minor, which they're the same key. It's just the chords happen in different orders. So like in G major is 1, A minor is 2, B minor is 3, C major is 4. D major, D dominant 7 is 5, A minor is 6, and then the 7th chord is your diminished or fully diminished 7, which we'll talk about again, and I'll dedicate a whole video to diminished chords. But E minor is the same stuff, it's just E minor happens first. So that's how it sounds like they're in different keys. They're really in the same key. Those are what you call relative keys, because they're related because they have the same key signature. G major's got 1 sharp, F sharp, and then so E minor also has 1 sharp, although with minors you can add accidentals to make them sound more minor. So there's natural minor, harmonic minor, melodic minor, but we'll talk about that later, hopefully in person when I come back to Oregon, hang out with you and Steve and Dana and Leela and all of them. Anyhow, so you've got the chorus: G major, D, diminished, E minor, D, G, D, diminished, E minor. Walk it up from A all the way up to E minor. D, C, B major, diminished, E minor, D, C, B, G. Back to the chorus. So now then the question is, why did I bar it up here and then not bar it the second half of the verse? And for me, it's just like as I'm walking it up, it just made sense to do that because voice-wise, just flows right up the neck. I could have done it, but I didn't like the color of that. I liked it as I'm going up the neck and I'm using fingered notes as opposed to the open strings. It sounds less bright. It builds in a decrescendo as it gets softer. And as I'm barring it, it's a little quieter. I add some more open strings and it gets brighter. Also, as I'm coming from this diminished here, I just have to pick up these two fingers and slide everything up a half step. So that's really easy. Slide the pinky up, and I've got my G major. Okay? Clear so far? So, verse. Whoops. Walks up, verse starts. Over the past few days I've been wondering what's been missing. It's the feeling I got when the two of us spent all our spare time kissing. So don't worry, Gina, I'm through with Ohio. I'm moving back to Chicago, and I ought to be home tomorrow. Then it goes to the second verse. Honey, I don't know what the second verse is, but when it goes to the bridge, instead of walking up to the E minor, it goes back to the C major, but it's a C major bar. Then I invert it. I still bar the C, but I move the C bass note to an E bass note on the A string. Hear the difference? B major, diminished, G, D over F sharp with the thumb, E minor, A minor, C major, C minor. And then it does the walk up as kind of the tag out of the bridge. So, let's see. Honey, I've been doing some pretty hard thinking, and I gotta say that without you around, I feel like I'm sinking deeper each day. So don't worry, Gina, I'm through with Ohio. I'm moving back to Chicago, and I'm tired of flying solo. Baby, if I could take back the things that I did to hurt you so bad, you know I would. So I'm leaving Cleveland late tonight. I'm finally gonna set things right. Don't worry, Gina. And then it's a triple chorus all the way out, and then on the last chorus, same ending as the bridge. Tired of flying solo. I hope that helps you out. If you have any questions, just give me a ring, man. If you don't have my number, you can get it from Steve. And if you don't have my number, you can get it from Steve.